welcome to tonight's recap of The Bachelor Pad.
Holy... Alright, so... After Ames leaving last week, I mean, what's the point of watching this show
Guys,
anymore?
we just found out that Ames and Jackie broke up. That's so sad.
Yeah. Alright, so Blake, he tries to smooth out the crap from last week that he took with Melissa. By the way, has anyone noticed how much liquor was on the counter in the kitchen? Where's all the food? Oh my god, it was full of booze. And not small booze either. These were the large bottles.
These were handles.
Yeah, exactly. So Blake made a poor decision whoring himself out to Melissa because he got caught with his pants down.
Ooh.
Not good. So Casey, he thinks Jake has alligator blood because he really got harm.
Is that more powerful than tiger blood?
Probably.
Is he strong enough to be on a drug called Charlie Sheen, or is his head
I think an alligator could take a tiger.
Alright.
But does he have Adonis DNA?
I don't know.
Alright, so it's the competition, and it's synchronized swimming.
Oh, so they had a little demonstration first.
And those ladies were freaking awesome.
It was pretty cool.
They really knew what they were doing. So to train these knickknacks, they get a coach in there to teach them a little routine.
Yeah, there's one routine for the boys and one for the girls.
Erica was the weak link on the girls' team. She sucked. She didn't know how to do anything.
No.
Alright, the men came out in Speedos. Ugh, ew, cocktail wieners.
And the ladies were in these, like, flower bikinis with the flowers in
strategic places.
Interesting places.
Alright, so then the judges were some nerdy swim lady. Really, she looked like a librarian. But I'm sure she was very good at what she does. Shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
And guest judges Dave and Natalie from Bachelor
poured
Pad
out that
1.
shot! Remember him. And Natalie, she'll do it with anybody. Alright, so ladies' routine first.
This is just horrible in general.
Erica was especially horrible, and I think her flotation devices prevented her from operating up to her full potential.
Yeah.
Bad boob job. She's all about bad plastic surgery. Then what the actual F was with the two girls kissing at the end?
I don't know. It looked like it was Holly and Michelle. That was so stupid.
The routine was really bad. I mean, they basically couldn't even do this.
No.
Alright, so the guys' routine was light years ahead of the ladies.
Yeah, they were getting into it. It was pretty cool to watch.
It was decent, I must say. But Erica, you dirty little pig, all she was saying the whole time was like, Jake has a really big package.
No!
And then they showed a giant crotch shot, but not
underwater
underneath crotch shot, not a full-on, straight-on crotch shot, the one from underneath where you could, like, 3D it.
Inappropriate.
It was so disgusting, and I think it's time to take out the soggy sock now. Alright, so you got your point across. So Mike and Michelle end up winning. I'm a little surprised that Michelle won, but I guess...
Yeah. It was almost like they were like, okay, these are the people that were really good, and now here's the winners. It was someone that they hadn't mentioned even.
Alright. Erica throws herself at Jake. She's laying back on, I don't know what it was. It's probably one of the makeout couches. And she has this horrible crotch shot of her in her bikini.
It's not good. It was not flattering.
Casey tells Vienna, stop being so nice to Jake.
You're being nice and cordial. Man, when he finds two words that go together, he just uses them and uses them and uses them.
Ad infinitum. Alright, so if I didn't have the captions on, I never would have figured out what he said, because this is him all the time.
Guard and protect.
Stop being so
nice and cordial.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was nice and cordial, but one of them was definitely cordial.
Alright, so Michelle's date, she decides to take Graham, Casey, and Blake, and they go to a winery only because they don't have a place to go where they make the hard liquor.
How long until they're just dropping them off at a liquor store? Pick them up in a few hours.
I'm waiting for them to give them some heroin to shoot up. Alright, she liked Graham, but he don't really like her.
Seemed like he wasn't feeling it as much.
He likey the rose, though, so he plays along to get it, which he does. Now, Michael, on his date, decides to take Vienna, Ella, and Holly. She don't want to go. She wants to be anywhere else. So they end up going. That didn't sound right for some reason. I'm still in Casey mode.
They went horseback riding.
Yeah,
which looked really nice and fun.
And Vienna was a freaking complainer the whole time.
I'm like so hot right now. Like, this is gross. Like,
I feel like I'm riding a bicycle with a helmet on.
It was bad.
A bicycle with a heartbeat.
It's making me make ugly faces. I keep making this face that I hate. But I can't stop doing it.
All right,
okay.
So Michael and Holly, they go off and they start talking about, like, do you miss me? And, oh, I miss you every minute, and now I miss you even more, and blah, blah, blah. He loves her, but she loves the rose.
It seems like she does not want to get back with him.
Well, she gets the rose. She's just
humoring him for now.
She gets the rose, but meanwhile, back at the house, Jake decides that he needs Erica. And he totally whores himself out to her, and they have the most awkward kiss in the history of any of these dirty shows on ABC.
No.
Disgusting. And she thinks she is the best because she has good lips.
Those aren't good.
She maintains them every 6 months with injections at a plastic surgeon's office.
Yeah, so anyway, back at the house still. Blake talks to Melissa because Michelle told him on the date, if you don't make up with her, you're going home.
You're screwed. All right, so back on the date, Brett Michaels pulls up in his sexy tour bus and does a little performance for Holly and Michael. And guess what the name of the song was?
Every rose has its thorn. I would have preferred the Talk Dirty to Me one.
I know. That would have been awesome. All right. So Casey has a little gift to cheer up Vienna. And it looks like it's an engagement ring.
It's their 6-month anniversary.
But it's totally not.
She was like, please don't let it be an engagement ring.
And he's like...
You do not say that.
It's a promise ring. It's a promise ring.
Apparently promise rings don't mean what they used to mean.
No, because a promise ring meant I'm not going to do it with you until we get married.
Or anyone.
Exactly. So then he whips out his little ditty that he prepared probably 5 minutes before.
No, he totally improvs these things. Remember when he was on The Bachelor?
Yes. Yes.
How did she not laugh in his face?
I would have put my boot in his ass.
I would have been like, okay, anyway.
Erica had the moment of this whole season. Many moments, actually, but her crawling around on the floor, spying on Jake and Melissa.
When does crawling mean sticking your butt up like 10 feet in there? I think you're going to be seen doing that.
She crawled over to Jake and Melissa in the hot tub. She crawled over to Melissa and Michael. And they were just in like a little lounge area.
How did they not see her?
I guess they're like used to like having camera people like, you know,
I guess,
all over the place. So they don't think twice about like somebody coming in or out. But then Melissa has the freak out of all freakouts. She freaked the freak out.
Yeah, this girl is crazy.
Yeah, and then Blake told her, it's got to be platonic only, honey.
I can't do this.
You're all kinds of crazy up in there. All right, so Jake gives a little pep talk to Melissa then, because if she leaves, he's screwed.
Yeah. He
needs her vote. So he kind of whores himself out to her, too. He's like, if my plan goes according to how it should go, your problem will be solved.
Right. So, this week there are no ladies going home, and there's one guy going.
Which everyone will vote for, not just the ladies. So, Erica has this weird freaking little crystal gavel when she voted, but what's really bothering me is her lips. First of all, she looks like a freaking duck. And then second of all, either she doesn't know how to put on lipstick or they like broke all of the blood vessels in her lips, and it's like, it looks like lipstick is smeared all over her face. Like,
Erica, you need to get it fixed.
Either that or maybe her idol is like Courtney Love or something. She just doesn't know how to put that lipstick on.
So, after an hour of voting, it looks like it's coming down to Jake or Casey that are leaving.
Right. So they have this big build-up, and then it's like Jake is off, and there's a freaking awful cut. where it's just like Casey
just goes
saying
to black. I don't know
cut.
if like our DVR messed up or if that was the actual show.
That was the actual show. That wasn't the DVR. I think either Jake had a crying fit or maybe he said some stuff that they probably just couldn't use on the show.
I don't know what happened, but that was weird.
They didn't show it. All right, so then there's a masked Duty in the pool at the end. Duty in the pool.
No more mask. I'm tired of it.
I'm so tired of him. I want him off.
It was kind of funny the first time, and now it's not.
It was funny almost in his season, but then when they let it spill over into Bachelor Pad, it just got desperate.
It was a little funny the first episode of Bachelor Pad because you're like, oh, that's funny. Like he's not even on this show, haha.
Yeah. Now it just reeks of desperation. It's like the Geico cavemen or whatever. Is it Geico? No.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought Geico was the lizard.
They have a lot of. Where have you been? All right. Until next time.
Much love.